Hey guys, Nabil here. Today is April 26th, 2020, and this marks the exact 30th anniversary for the release of the NeoGeo in Japan. Can't believe it's been 30 years. Yes, it makes me feel so old, but also very happy that I experienced this awesome system firsthand. Now, the Neo Geo came out first on April 26th in Japan, both on the MVS, which is, of course, as you know, the arcade system, as well as the AES, which is the console part. Now, when the AES was released on April 26th, 1990, it was not targeted to homeowners. Not people could not go ahead and buy it. It was actually more for hotels, restaurants, and bars where people could rent it, and then so they have the customers come in and play the awesome high quality games. And of course, the reception was great, and that pushed SNK to actually offer the console for home market in 1991. So 30 years later, it's just been an amazing ride, really. So I hope you guys are, having such great memories of the system. Now, I can't remember what was the first game I tried on the Neo Geo. It's probably Fatal Fury 1, but I can't really remember. So it's probably Fatal Fury 1. Actually, I remember going to an arcade and I saw Fatal Fury for the first time. At the time, only it was not 1990. It was more 1991, I believe. That's when I first saw the Neo Geo. So I have memories of Fatal Fury 1. I remember the first moment I saw Fatal Fury 1 was Terry fighting Tang Furu in his stage and saw the rain and how Tang Furu like gets all jacked up, and strong and rips up his clothes and whatnot, and that looked really amazing. Now, of course, I ended up getting the game on the Sega Genesis later on, and I played the crap out of it, really. And of course, Fatal Fury 2 and whatnot. I also remember in the arcades, I have some memories of Ninja Combat, one of the first games of the Neo Geo. It's not a great game, but I kind of have like a lot of memories with that game. Of course, I mean, if we're talking favorite Neo Geo games, I have a lot of memories. Again, in the arcades, I'm not talking about owning the games yet, but I'm just talking about the arcades. So, Fatal Fury 1, Samurai Showdown. I actually had Samurai Showdown. I played the first one in the arcade, and it was crazy. The first time I saw it, all these big characters and whatnot. Ended up getting the game on the Super Nintendo when it came out. Played it again like crazy, and then I have big memories of Samurai Showdown 2 on the arcades, and just how advanced it looked to me. How the game, it went from the first one to the second one. Huge leap. And then I remember also Auto Fighting for the first time, seeing it for the first time, all these big sprites and like Ryo getting punched and you can see the bruises on his face and whatnot. And then of course the King of Fighters 94. That again, I remember the first time I laid my eyes on King of Fighters 94, and I was like, oh boy, the graphics amazing. You get to play three characters. I'm like, oh my god, this this point is gonna get me to play with three characters. That's amazing. I was a kid back in the day, so it was really great. Metal Slug series. So 30 years later, these games are still as awesome as they are. I can't believe I'm still playing these games almost on a daily basis. So it's just no other console has done this for me. Like I've been a huge Nintendo fan, like grew up with the NES, Super Nintendo, but I don't play those games right now. I love them, but I just don't go and I don't put Super Mario Bros 3 and just play or something like that. But I still, sometimes I'm bored, there's nothing to do, I have a few break, I have like a few minutes break, I just go ahead and play King of Fighters or Fatal Fury 2 or Samurai Showdown. That's how strong this system has been, and it's actually the longest supported system ever. The console was released in 1990, and there were games coming out in it until 2004, right? It's really crazy. I haven't seen any other console or system supported this long, but then it shows that the quality of the hardware and of course the games is what this system is all about. Now, unfortunately, the years were not really nice to SNK. So as you know, you probably have seen, if you have not seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. The history of the Hyper Neo Geo 64, which was supposed to be the successor to this awesome system, but it never worked for many reasons. You can check that video, link in the description, also probably in a card here or here. Yeah, so 30 years of Neo Geo, man. So hoping 30 more years of awesome Neo Geo games. Of course, there's a comeback now. SNK is in a phase where we're getting a lot of great new games. So hoping to see a lot of the old franchises revived. Hopefully Fatal Fury is next after the King of Fighters 15. Hopefully World Heroes as well. And yeah, it's just really I can't find the words to express how happy I am. Finally, it was until last year. Remember when it came out? Not when it came out, but when I find out, it was, of course, it was the internet, no internet at the time, so I was relying on like magazines. And here in Morocco, we had the French video games magazines. It was Console Plus, you guys know that. And I remember Joypad, I believe there's another one, Joypad. And I remember seeing the prices. They actually advertised for the Neo Geo from some stores in France where you can buy it. And I remember looking at the prices, and I'm like, that can't be right. That's way too expensive. And it turned out to be, of course, right. The console was the most expensive console to be released until the PlayStation 3. So yeah, that tells you something. So I believe it was up about a $550, something like that, around $500. Which was insane back in 1991 when it came out, the console, when it was available for the home market. But yeah, finally it took 29 years. Yes, last year I finally got my Neo Geo. Was sitting here, and I just started. I'm buying the games that matter to me. So I have I don't have many games. I only have 2 actually, Samurai Shodown 1 and 2, and I'm about to get the King of Fighters from 94 to 97. Anything above that is a bit too expensive for me to own. So hopefully SNK, I know that they're gonna celebrate the 30th anniversary. There's even a logo for it, as you can see, and I'm hoping that part of the celebration is to re-release some games on carts. There's a huge market for it. I don't know if SNK knows this. They should. There's a huge market for people who would like to buy a Neo Geo right now and buy the actual cart. So if SNK goes for a re-release of some of the carts, that will be crazy insane. But we know they're working on a new console. We talked about that last week, I believe. So there's a new Neo Geo console coming out this year. So we'll see what that's all about. Yeah, 30 years of Neo Geo, guys. Really amazing. I hope you guys have all these great memories as well. Make sure to share some in the comments section below. I'll make sure to comment back and reply, and can talk about it. Now, if you guys want to learn more about Neo Geo and learn everything there is about Neo Geo, I really highly suggest to get this book, The Visual History of the Neo Geo by Bitmap Books. Now, this thing is a must-have for any Neo Geo fan. It just has it has pretty much all the history of the system, some interviews, some really cool artworks, and it's just really great. This was sold out. I believe it's now back. Just look at that, man. It's just awesome. I think it's right now. It's still available. It was sold out for a little while. There's a link in the description. If you're interested in buying this book, you can do so through the link below. And full disclosure, that's an affiliate link. So if you buy the book through that link, I get a small percentage. So if you're thinking about getting this book, you can do so through the link. So yes, well, let's all celebrate 30 years of Neo Geo. Happy birthday, Neo Geo. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching.